Oops. Hi, everyone.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. All right, we'll just give a minute. Looks like a couple people are still connecting to audio.
Lovely.
Hello, sorry
Marie.
about that.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you all?
Good, big day for you guys.
It is.
It was a great piece in the Globe yesterday.
I didn't even see it.
My God, it was
I haven't been keeping up with my reading.
and the front page of the arts section talking about the state of the art, the sight lines, all the amenities. Really good, really cool, really cool. Good.
Very cool. We waiting on anyone else, or shall we get started?
Our team is here. Whenever you're ready, let us know.
All right, let's get formally started. Good afternoon. This is an administrative hearing before the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing. Today is August 22nd, 2022. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to certain temporary amendments to the open meeting law, which is what allows us to meet virtually. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. We are joined today by the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing, Kathleen Joyce, and Director of Operations, Rebecca Fu. I'll read today's agenda item into the record, ask who is present on behalf of the applicant, make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the division and testimony beginning with any elected officials or their representatives. The one item on this afternoon's agenda is 175 Ipswich Street LLC, doing business as MGM Music Hall. The application is to maintain and operate the non-live and live entertainment categories consisting of audio device, TVs, disc jockey, floor show, comedy, table games, dancing by patrons, and instrumental vocal music up to 10 performers each until 2 a.m. for 7 days a week. Manager of record, Laura Marie Cancro, who is going to present on behalf of the applicant.
Good afternoon, excuse me, Mr. Green, Madam Director, Rebecca, Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the applicant. With us is the proposed manager of record, Laura Marie Cancro, I think well-known to the division, as well as Joseph Dunn, who is on the operations side for Live Nation for the facility. First of all, we want to thank the division for your assistance in the one day that we requested last week for a soft opening, which went very well. But thank you and the staff very much for responding very quickly and helpfully in that context. So certainly appreciate that. And as was indicated earlier, indeed, it's a big day for this facility, which plans to have its ribbon cutting today, which we hope the mayor will appear at. I think that's what we expect. It's the beginning of a fabulous operation here, we think, at this site in an area that's long been an entertainment, sports, obviously related zone. I do want to say at the outset that all of the kind of outreach for this facility, I know Ms. Vanskoy is new to her position, is with us today, was done throughout the entirety of the BPDA, city, Article 80, liquor licensing. I mean, we've had many community meetings and have met with all of the local groups over many months in furtherance of this project. This is the very last of the hearings that we must have. Last because, of course, we needed to complete everything within the proper other city agencies, ISD, et cetera, to be able to be before you today. So here we are, ready to open for this exciting facility. The application, as read by Mr. Green, kind of speaks for itself to allow basically live musical performances and other related entertainment opportunities at the location. So we're here and happy to answer any operational questions and anxious to get going this afternoon and tonight, hopefully. And certainly in that regard, whatever the division could do to expedite the actual allowance of the physical license, assuming things go well at this hearing, would be greatly appreciated. And again, we thank you and stand by for your questions.
Thank you. Shall I go? Sorry. Can you give me a little more idea of when the Article 80 review and community process started? I know this would have been wrapped into it, but give me an idea of how long ago it was and
I would
some of the
say
comments were.
the better part of perhaps 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
The facility itself had to be approved under Article 80. There were multiple community meetings on that topic alone. I know the Red Sox conducted their own community meetings in this regard. All of the electeds were involved. The Fenway neighborhood organizations were involved. I mean, we could provide a whole list, I'm sure. Again, I mean, it dates back probably 2.5 years.
Okay.
And then more recently with regard to the liquor license, which of course was also discussed in that greater context. But then once we had the liquor license application before the licensing board and the ABCC, there were additional meetings around that topic. And again, we could provide, dates, Laura Marie, Joe, I'm sure we could come up with dates of the various meetings that were held over the last couple of years.
Okay. And so just for the record here, can you just describe the venue? I know it seats up to 5,000 people approximately. There's different rooms. Give us an overview of the description of the venue.
Yeah, it's multi-layer, 5,000 seat plus or minus 5,000 seat facility, which can be a combination of seated and standing. There, of course, will be attendant service areas for food and beverage. There are a couple of rooms that for smaller groups that can rent a room, for example, in the nature of a function area, small. But it's pretty much a concert venue like House of Blues, but bigger. It's very similar in size to the Leader Bank Pavilion on the waterfront in terms of its seating capacity.
Okay.
And will be run pretty much like the other Live Nation entities around the city, of course, which are many: the Leader Bank Pavilion, the House of Blues, the Opera House, the Orpheum Theater, the Paradise, the Brighton Music Hall. I'm sure I've missed something, but in any event, run by the same operations people. Ms. Cancro has been involved, and Mr. Dunn, with these facilities and operations for many, many years. The management will be first class and well, trained, as all of their Live Nation facilities have been. Again, they have a stellar, with both your division and the licensing board, of stellar history of operations around the city in multiple locations with very similar size capacity. So,
and what type of artists will you be having here? All genres or certain genres?
yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, just to kick off right away, the first full operation will be a charitable undertaking featuring Godsmack, local, well-known local artist. James Taylor is performing for 2 nights. Bruno Mars for 3 nights. Chris Stapleton for 2 nights. And then I'm sorry to say, Laura Marie knows them better than either, a bunch of artists who I've quite frankly never heard of. So I think it's fair to say that many different genres that will attract all different, age groups and, everybody. It's meant to be kind of a wide open facility attracting, well-known national and international acts of various varieties.
Okay, and what time, how early do the doors open before an event?
Laura Marie?
It'll depend on the show. It'll be 1 to 2 hours prior to showtime that the doors will open.
And tickets, are they purchased online only, or can people walk up and purchase tickets at the door?
You can purchase tickets at the door. So
Okay.
I've already heard that both ways are possible.
Okay, so we will need you to submit to us an operations plan, just because of the size of this, including a dispersal plan and how you're taking into consideration loitering outside and what you'll be doing for rideshare, and how you'll be dealing with lines since there's other licensed premises nearby. And if someone wants to go into some detail for us, how you'll help with noise mitigation.
Well, I think the answer is yes, we can provide an operations plan. We'd be happy to do that. As I suggested earlier, Live Nation operates the House of Blues, of course, just up the street a ways. We are, basically surrounded by Fenway Park, and of course, all of its attendant operations and abilities to move people around the area. Sound. This is literally state of the art, up to date as of today in terms of its design, its build out, and the soundproofing that went into that whole operation. So this will have minimal impact on, visually or to in terms of hearing for anything in and around the neighborhood.
Yeah, if I can just interrupt there, Commissioner, the Red Sox were very high on this, that we could not hear, they did not want to hear music from the ballpark. So that was their biggest concern, that, if there was a game on and there was a concert on, that it wouldn't impact the ballpark. So it's as Dennis said, it's state of the art. There's no way you're going to hear anything coming from it.
Okay, so that is a good segue to my next question. Are you coordinating with the Red Sox and House of Blues concerts to have a staggered schedule in some way to control crowds in the neighborhood at that time? How does it work with the schedule and the other events that might be going on in the neighborhood?
Well, right now, about 4 weeks ago, Laura Marie, we met with Captain Sweeney just to let him know what was going on. And that was his question. If there was the perfect storm, a sellout show, a sellout House of Blues, and a Red Sox playoff game. And, we didn't really have the answer for that yet. Laura Marie, you might be able to.
Yeah, so we have been working closely with the Red Sox. I don't think that really House of Blues and MGM, since it's on different sides of the street, I don't anticipate any issue. With the Red Sox, though, we are planning accordingly because of the fact that, if they have a line at the same time we have a line, we want to make sure that there is no issue. So we've been working through it with them on that, also staggering our door times to make sure it doesn't conflict with theirs. So, we're looking at the schedule and speaking regularly, and we think that we have an ingress plan that is going to make sure that it's not an issue between the two businesses.
Okay, and do you have any idea of how many concerts you'll have in a year?
150 maybe?
150 is what the Globe said. That's what Don Law said. We're not sure yet, to be honest.
Okay.
I think that's a safe guess.
I'm going to turn over to Rebecca to see if I missed any questions, to see if she has anything to ask.
Just what the age groups are, will it be all ages for all the shows, or will it be similar to House of Blues, some 18 plus, some 21 plus?
There will be a mix in there, but primarily all ages.
I think that's all I have.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Was there anybody else who would like to testify on this matter? Any further questions from Executive Director Joyce or Director Fu?
Just wishing you guys luck tonight and in the future. It's exciting.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you very much. And Madam Director, would it be possible, if everything else is in place, I think we provided ISD, fire, all the documentation,
Yeah, all
would it be
that.
possible to get the license actually physically issued?
Yes, I think you'll have it in a matter of a couple of minutes.
Okay, well, that's thank you very much. We greatly
You
you.
guys should have a one-time for tonight already issued.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll try
So you're
to
all
get
covered for
more-
tonight, but we'll get this to you as soon as we can.
Great.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.